स्वामिन् नमस्ते नतलोकबन्धो कारुण्यसिन्धो पतितं भवाब्धौ मामुद्धरात्मीयकटाक्षदृष्ट्या ऋज्व्यातिकारुण्य सुधाभिवृष्ट्या स्वामिन्नमस्ते 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 नित्याय सत्याय चिदात्मकाय नव्याय भव्याय परात्पराय शुद्धाय बुद्धाय निरञ्जनाय नमोस्तु नित्यं गुरुशेखराय नमोस्तु नित्यं गुरुशेखराय. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. So we have been discussing how a seeker who has had the burning yearning to know about Atma, his own self, and has been pursuing the fourfold sadhana, the Sadhana Chatushtaya, he has come to a guru. He understands that he can do nothing by himself. He must know the way and how to proceed from a guru who himself has crossed this path. So he has come. So we will chant few shlokas from the guru and we'll see further what he says. Yesterday we saw that he comes to the guru and after having done pranam with humility, also does some seva for him. He sits at the feet of the master and then he says that this world I find is scorching me like wildfire. I am trembling as if in great fear, as if I'll be uprooted. I don't know where to turn to. I do not find anyone where I can go and tell my sorrows. So I have come to you. Please protect me. Please save me. And he also says that you have had the Brahmananda Rasa Anubhuti. That is Brahmananda, which is nectarine. That nectarine experience you have had, O my Lord. It is in you. Please shower them in the form of words on me. The words which are very pure, very pleasing to hear and very cooling. I am feeling that I am heated up, I am scorched up. So please pour these words of nectarine experience in the form of words on me as if you are pouring it out from a pitcher and drench me completely. He says, O Lord, those people are blessed who have had the fortune of being under your gaze even for a moment because they feel that you have accepted them. Till this we have done yesterday. So we will turn to the sloka number 33. You know these slokas, you should chant and chant and chant. Understand the meaning. Shrotriyo vrijino akamahato yo brahmavittamah brahmanyuparata shanto निरिन्धन इवानलः अहेतुकदया सिन्धुः बन्धुरानमतां सताम् तमाराध्य गुरुं भक्त्या प्रह्वप्रश्रयसेवनैः प्रसन्नं तमनुप्राप्य पृच्छेज्ञातव्यमात्मनः In this it says that he comes to the Guru and does pranam with humility and does some service full of devotion. Yesterday I told you a sloka that devotion it should be smeared with pranaya, love. One should be loving to the Guru, and by that he pleases the Guru. Then he sits at his feet and he should ask at that moment about the self. Durvara samsara davagni taptam dodhuyamanam duradrishtavatai भीतं प्रपन्नं परिपाहि मृत्योः शरण्यमन्यद् यदहं न जाने दुर्वार संसार दवाग्नितप्तं दोधूयमानं दुरदृष्टवातैः भीतं प्रपन्नं परिपाहि मृत्योः शरण्यमन्यद् यदहं न जाने. I do not have any other refuge than you. I am bhitam. I am fearful of this world, the world which brings about so many adversities. Shanta mahanto nivasanti santo vasantaval lokahitam charantaha तीर्णा स्वयं भीमभवार्णवं जनान् अहेतुनान्यान् अपि तारयन्तः. Very good, very pleased I am, very good. So here the description of the Mahatma, how the Gurus are. In 33rd sloka the Guru is described. This sloka also describes people who are high-souled, noble-souled, who are Mahatmas, who have realized their own soul, own self. They are such, like a spring season, they bring about festivity everywhere, and without any reason, without any motive, without any expectation, they do good for everybody. Now, he has come, and what has he said? The next sloka is not here, where he says that Brahmananda Anubhuti, you please, in the form of words, Pour out as if from a pitcher on me and drench me completely. Those who have had the opportunity and fortune of being under your gaze even for a moment, they are dhanyaha, blessed they are. Having said this, he says, Katham tareyam bhava sindhumetam kavagatirme katamostyupayah जाने न किंचित कृपयाव मां प्रभो कृपयाव मां प्रभो संसार दुःख क्षतिमातनुष्व. He says, how will I cross this worldly ocean? O Lord, I am blessed, but I want to tell you that how will I cross this worldly ocean? The world is coming in front of me with happiness and unhappiness. In all happiness, I find ultimately there is misery, because the happiness that I get, it does not stay. It is transitory. Kava gatir me. What is my path? Which path I should take? So having realized this, that the world is transitory, which path should I take? Katamos tyupayaha. And there are so many ways may be there. Please tell me which path I should take. Janena kinchit. I do not know anything. Kripaya avamam prabho. See, you must be seeing one apostrophe in many places. That means there is one A there. In Sanskrit, sometimes this A is not written. So they will, when it is written in Devanagari, they will use some sign. But when it is written in diacritical marks, one apostrophe is given. Janena kinchit, kripaya, by your grace, ava, please protect me, O Lord. Samsara dukkha kshatim atanushva. How the destruction of sorrow of the worldliness can take place, please describe to me in detail. Katham, so we'll see the words. Katham is how. Say Katham. How. Tareyam should be crossed. Bhavasindhum. What does it mean? Ocean of worldliness. Etam means this. Ka, which. Va. Say. Or. Gatihi means path. Me means for me. Katamaha, which is which of the many. Asti is. Upayaha means, what are the means for me to cross this? What process I should adopt so that I can cross this worldly ocean? Janena, I do not know. Kinchit, anything, I do not know anything. So what is he doing actually? He is surrendering himself. He doesn't come and say that I have read many books and I have understood this, I have understood this. Please now tell me some way. The mind is already full of many ways, preconceived ideas. That is what happens to many seekers. They read this, they read that, and they get confused. And they in their mind think that I can do this way, I can do this way, I can meditate, I can do vichara, or can read this book. But not finding any way, when they come to a Mahatma, then also they do not leave all these preconceived ideas. They do not come to him as an open, plain book which is unwritten. So when you come to a Guru, leave everything. What he says, you must have faith in that. That is why we have seen Shraddha is necessary, complete faith in the Guru Vakya, complete faith in the Shastra Vakya we must have. So he is saying, I do not know anything, O Lord. Even if I have known, I consider myself that I do not know anything. Please tell me, whatever you will tell me, my yearning is such that I just want to hold on to it and go forward. So, Kripaya Mam Prabho Ava. Samsara Dukkha Kshatim Atanushva. How the destruction of sorrow, of worldliness will take place. Please describe to me in detail. I am always saying, imagine the scene, get identified with the seeker. We have to get identified with the seeker, how his yearning is at this moment. Our yearning also should become like this. Tatha vadantam Sharanagatam swam Samsara davanala Tapataptam Nirikshya karunya Rasardra drishtya Dadyadabhitim Sahasa Mahatma Tatha vadantam Sharanagatam swam Samsara davanala Tapataptam Nirikshya karunya Rasardra drishtya Dadyad abhitim Sahasa Mahatma. So, the Shishya or the seeker has gone and he is sitting at the feet of the Guru, looking up to his face with so much of eagerness, yearning, and says that, please show me the way. Is there any way? How can I cross this worldly ocean? How can I reach such a stage where happiness and unhappiness will not affect me at all, and I'll be fearless. I'll be having supreme peace and joyfulness. If there is a state like that, please lead me there. Please tell me the way. When the seeker says like this, while he was saying, what was the Guru doing? He was looking at the face of the disciple or the seeker. And he then, the one who has taken shelter at his feet, taken refuge at his feet, the one who is saying that I am scorched by the worldly miseries, he looks at him. And his look is full of karuna, full of mercy, full of compassion. Not only that, that look is not only full of compassion, the look is moist with compassion. And while he looks, he just with a glance, what he does, dadyad abhitim, he gives abhiti, fearlessness to that seeker. Sahasa, immediately. Immediately by that glance, the seeker who has come, he feels, I am protected, I don't have any fear anymore. I will be protected by him. That is what happens when we come to the feet of the Sadguru. We may not even say anything. We may have many troubles inside. But when he looks at us, we feel that there is no more fear. There is some way. And he is the one where I can get some shelter. See, many of you might have experienced this, but see, all this is written here in our Shastras, which shows that from ages people have had these feelings, yearning, and they must be looking and seeking for somebody who will give them shelter and fearlessness. Tatha vadantam. Tatha is thus, vadantam is speaking, sharanagatam is seeker of refuge. Then swam, one's, samsara davanala tapa taptam. That is distressed by the forest fire of worldliness. Forest fires are there. You know forest fire? This is forest fire of worldliness. We are so attached, so possessed, so much clinging, that always the mind is full of worry and tension and anxiety. That fire. Forest fire of worldliness. Nirikshya. Nirikshya means looking upon. Karunya rasardra drishtya. With a glance softened by compassion. With a glance which has become wet by compassion. Dadyat will bestow. Abhitim, fearlessness. Sahasa, at once. Mahatma. So the Guru, the Sadguru, looks at the seeker, and just by the glance he transmits fearlessness. This fearlessness nobody can give. When we are fearful, who will help us? We can go to our parents, but they cannot help us. They can console us by some words, but they cannot help the mind. Sometimes we are not even able to tell them. We are not even able to tell children, wife, husband, friends, relative, because they cannot help us. We feel shy to tell also. So, the Guru, when the seeker goes and expresses himself, he looks at him, and by his look, this look is so much full of compassion that the seeker feels that I have no fear at all. Only he, the Guru, the Sadguru, can give us fearlessness. We cannot buy it anywhere. We may be having lots and lots of money in the bank. We cannot buy it. We cannot write a check. We cannot write a draft. But when we go to the Sadguru, once for all we should think that now all my worries are over. Many people, when they come and tell Swamiji their woes, tears will be shed. Men will shed tears, women will shed tears. Whoever comes, if they have some sorrow, they may be telling that to the Mahatma, the Guru. To everybody, Swamiji says, shed your worries at my feet and go. Shed your fears at my feet and go. And if that can be done, one is fearless. So, then he has looked at the seeker. After that, what does he do? After that, he speaks. He says, Ma bhaishta vidvam stavanastyapayaha samsara sindho starane stupayaha yenaiva yata yatayosya param tameva margam tava nirdishami ma bhaishta vidvan stavanastyapayaha samsara sindho tarane stupayaha yenaiva yata yatayosya param Tameva margam tava nirdishami. So after looking and transmitting fearlessness, he says, Ma bhaishta. Don't be fearful, my dear. There is nothing to fear. Tava nastyapayaha. You will not be destroyed. Now you are fearful and you are feeling that you will die. No. You are the soul. There is no death for the soul. Know this from me. Samsara sindhos taranes tyupayaha. You are asking me, he came and told me, is there any way to cross this worldly ocean? Yes, there are. There is a way. And yenaiva yata yatayosya param. It's not only that you have come and told me this. There are many who are fortunate enough, who feel and who question, is there any way to cross this worldly ocean? And they have crossed. Those who have asked and those who have pursued, they have crossed this worldly ocean and they have reached that state where they feel that there is no fear. Come, my dear, hold my hand, I will take you along and I will show you the way. Tameva margam tava nirdishami. That path I will show to you. Hold my hand. This is what he says. You know, lot of introspection is necessary. Why is it that we are not reaching that state? We are not holding his hand and walking in the path which he is showing us. We walk according to our convenience. According to our convenience we come, according to our convenience we listen. Suppose Swamiji says, I want to tell you about the self and stay here as long as possible. Will you stay? After some time, all of you, he may be talking, all of you would have gone. You know, I understood this when I came to the ashram. Swamiji used to be very busy those days. As I told you, he used to be busy with some movements. I did not know Malayalam at that time. So up to nearly 10 o'clock or so, 10:30 or so, there will be some people talking to him about the movements that he has taken up. And then after all have gone, because we were very eager to learn the scriptures, Swamiji would say, come, bring the Bhagavad Gita. In the ashram at that time, there were not many people. Only we were there, one or two. So, we'll bring the Bhagavad Gita. That time he is tired, we are tired, but still the class will go on. Many times Swamiji would feel sleepy, so he will get up and he will walk and teach us. Like this, the 5th chapter and the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita we learned. After that we said, Swamiji, please don't take this much trouble. Please go and rest. So that was over. But not that our learning was over. Not that his teaching was over. As habit was, we thought that he should sit with us at a particular time and teach us. But that the teaching can be throughout the day, every moment, we did not understand. And that we should be ready when he is ready to impart, that also we understood. So it used to happen many times when he is about to take rest, he is closing his door, standing at the door, he will be telling us something about the self. And we will be standing and listening. Slowly, he will not close the door, he will go inside his room, sit on his bed. So we will follow and sit at his feet. He will sit there and talk and talk and talk. Many days it has happened that it has become 1 o'clock or 1:30. And we have listened and listened and listened. One day I thought, this is how we should listen. We cannot say that I have come at 7 o'clock, please tell me about the self. 8 o'clock I have to go for something. So, how will we know about the self? We should be ready. to give our time whenever he calls us. But you all must be thinking that for all of you this is impossible. So what you should do, whatever time you have, you must find out time for yourself to go through this, go through the Shastras, listen to the CDs again and again, then individually introspect and find out how and where you have reached. That is absolutely essential for growing in this path. And then if you have question regarding sadhana. There are many question answers going on. But unfortunately, very few questions are on sadhana. There are many things to be known. But who is asking as a seeker? Like this person has asked, Katham tareyam bhava sindhu metam, can I cross this world? How to cross? How to become fearless? Who is asking that? Is anybody asking that I have proceeded up to here, after that I don't know, I have got stuck? Please tell me. So this should be the attitude. So the Shishya says then, Kripaya shruyatam swamin prashnoyam kriyate maya yaduttaramaham shrutva kritarthasyam bhavan mukhat. When the Guru said, I will tell you the way, there is a way. So the Shishya with folded hands and wet eyes with great yearning is saying, Kripaya shruyatam swamin prashnoyam kriyate maya yaduttaramaham shrutva kritarthasyam bhavan mukhat. O Master, I will ask you some question. Please be graceful enough to reply that. And then he says, Ko nama bandhak kathamesha agatah katham pratisthasya katham vimokshaha ko savanatma paramah katma tayor viveka kathametadujyatam ko nama bandhak kathamesha agatah katham pratisthasya katham vimokshaha ko savanatma paramah katma tayor viveka kathametadujyatam. Now chant. Ko nama bandhaha kathamesha agatah katham pratisthasya katham vimokshaha ko savanatma paramah katma tayor viveka kathametadujyatam ko nama bandhaha. Ko nama means what is. Bandhaha, bondage. So what is he asking? What is the bondage? I always feel constricted and bound. Always as if some burden is there. And I do not feel free. Either it is this or that or that. So what is this bondage? Katham is how, eshaha, this, agataha. Where from this bondage has come to me? Why is it that I am not able to unload this burden? Always as if something is going on in the mind. Some thoughts, some talk is going on. Katham pratishtha asya. Pratishtha means basis. Asya, its. What is its basis? Where from the bondage has come? And what is his basis? Katham vimokshaha. That the bondage is there, I understand. But I want to get liberated from that. I want to become free. So how can I become free? Katham vimokshaha. Kaha is who? Asau, this anatma. Who is this anatma? I always hear self, non-self. I hear atma, anatma, paramatma, so many words. So what is this atma? What is this paramatma? What is anatma? Tayoho, of the two, vivekaha, discrimination, katham, how, etad, this, uchyatam. Please tell me, enunciate. That's between Atma, Anatma, Paramatma. What is the difference? Please tell me how I can discriminate between that. Atma is myself. Then what is Anatma? How do I understand what is myself and what is not? Like I say, my body is sick today, or I am feeling very bad today. I am telling I as the body, as I am feeling bad, or I would say my body is very tired. So I am using the body as I also sometimes and mine also sometimes. So who is this I? So please tell me how to differentiate between the self and the non-self. What he has said? Ko nama bandhak kathamesha कथं प्रतिष्ठास्य कथं विमोक्षः को सावनात्मा परमः कात्मा तयोर्विवेकः कथमेतदुच्यताम्. And in reply Guru is saying dhanyosi, say kritakrityosi pavitam te कुलं त्वया यदविद्या बन्धमुक्त्या ब्रह्मी भवितुमिच्छसि धन्योऽसि कृतकृत्योऽसि Guru spontaneously the Guru says, you are dhanya, you are blessed. My child, you are dhanya, you are blessed. Kritakrityosi, you have attained. Pavitam te kulam tvaya. By this one question of yours, you have purified your whole lineage. You understand the question? Who asked this question? Nobody asks. I told you earlier also, the Guru is most pleased when you ask a question like this. Not any other question. Any other question he may give you reply. You may feel that he is very happily replying it. He is most happy and pleased when such a question is asked, where one says, please tell me, what is this self? Where from bondage has come and how I can get rid of this bondage and become ever free. So he says, by this one question, you have purified your whole lineage. Not only yourself you have got purified, you have purified the whole lineage. Yad avidya bandha muktya, the ignorance that you have, whole mankind has, by identifying oneself with the body, thinking that body, mind, intelligence, that is I, that ignorance, you are wanting to get rid of that ignorance. Brahmi bhavitum ichchasi, and you are wanting to become identified with Brahman, of the self. So you are dhanya dhanya. This he says. And then he says, those who have book, you go to this 54th verse. Vastu swarupam sputabodha chakshusha svenaiva vedyam natu panditena Chandraswarupam nija chakshushaiva Nyatavyamanyairavagammyate kim Vastuswarupam Sputabodha chakshusha Svenaiva vedyam न तु पंडितेन चंद्रस्वरूपम् निजचक्षुषैव ज्ञातव्यमन्यैः avagамyate किम्. So he says that whatever is the nature of the self, the true nature of the things, true nature of the world, you have to understand by your own experience and not through anybody else. You may come to the Guru. The seeker has come to the Guru. He has asked a question. So Guru is saying that, my dear, I will show you the way. But you have to make your effort. You remember the shloka number 8, where it is said, where what it is said? That you have to ato vimuktyai prayateta vidwan. To get liberation, you have to make effort excellently and well. So the Guru is saying the same thing. I will show you the way, my dear, but you have to make effort. Because anything, to know the true nature of anything, one has to understand or experience oneself. Just like if somebody says, there is moon on the sky. What is moon? You don't know. So if somebody else goes and sees the moon, will you be able to understand what is moon? You have to see with your own eyes what is moon. Similarly here, with the eyes of illumination, you yourself has to experience and understand what is Atma. How will you do it? You have to go step by step on the path shown by the Guru, without getting confused, without having a feeling that, partly I will do and partly I will not do. Wholesomely, taking it wholesomely, with faith and devotion, you must go forward. So this is what the Guru says. And many things are said. In this 5-day lecture, my topic is practical disciplines for a spiritual seeker. So I am taking that initial part is very, very important. After that, I will choose a few shlokas and tell you. I cannot go through everything. What you should do. Always our problem is that we are hearing everything, but we are not able to retain it. How to retain? What should we do? Many of you are doing some spiritual practices you are doing, no doubt. In various degrees you are doing, with various yearning you are doing. But how to become wholesome? So, we'll go to a shloka 325. Lakshyachyutam yad lakshyachyutam chet yadi chittamishad bahirmukham sannipatet tatastataha प्रमादतः प्रच्युतकेलिकन्दुकः सोपानपङ्क्तौ पतितो यथा तथा लक्ष्यच्युतं चेद्यदि चित्तमीषद् बहिर्मुखं सन्निपतेत्ततस्ततः प्रमादतः प्रच्युतकेलिकन्दुकः सोपानपङ्क्तौ पतितो यथा तथा. So it says, you must remember your goal, which I first said, first day, that the first discipline or First characteristic of a seeker should be you should not forget your goal. Keep the goal in front, blazing, that I have to realize myself. I have to make effort for that. Why should I realize? Because I want to be happy and peaceful. And I have seen that in this world, nothing will make us peaceful and happy because everything is transitory and momentary. I may feel that I am happy. One wants a child, the child is born. He is very happy. Both the parents are happy. After some time, the child grows and the child doesn't listen to you or doesn't do well in studies or maybe having some defect. What is the life then? Or maybe the child has studied very well, everything well. He gets married. Then the married life is not good. There is a saying that a couple gets married, always there is a fear and anxiety. Happiness comes and happiness goes away like this. A couple gets married, then there is lot of anxiety whether a child will be born. The child is born, there is lot of anxiety whether the child will be healthy mentally and physically. It has happened, the child is very good. Whether the child will study well, the child studies well also. So you are getting happiness in steps. Child gets educated. Will he get a job? He gets a job, very good, gets promotion and everything. Then you look for a bride for the son. You get a very good girl. Will my daughter-in-law be all right? Will she be able to adjust with us? It is always mother-in-law, daughter-in-law problem. So the daughter-in-law also is very good. Then the anxiety is, why they are not having children? Why they are not having children? So you suggest something and you take to the doctor. After some time, a grandchild is also born. Then the question comes, why the grandchildren, they are not studying well? Doing this, always worrying and being anxious, and in between getting some drops of happiness, you have become old. Your son or daughter also have become old. Then you know what is the last fear. My children should not die before I die. This is life. This is the real truth. But we feel whatever little drops of happiness we get, we feel that, oh, very good. So, the lakshya should be there. It's not a lakshya by reading. Yes, we sit down together, we read, we know that we have to realize ourselves. It is not that. You have to understand why. Why? When many adversities come, then I should be unshakable. I should be unshakable. That is why I should know. That is why I should pursue this path. So, it says, Lakshya you must remember. Lakshya is aim of life. This is the highest aim. You must remember. Suppose you do not. Lakshya chutam ched yadi chittam ishad. If the mind forgets the aim even for a moment and bahirmukham sannipati tatastataha. It has forgotten the aim that I have to know myself. But instead loses the aim and again gets attracted to worldly pleasures, short-lived pleasures, which will come and go, perishable ones. Then you know what happened? He just gets destroyed. Because he has forgotten the aim. Again he will become worldly, he will be under the sway of happiness and misery. Like what? Shankaracharya is giving one example. A person, say a boy, wants to play with a ball. He is holding a ball and going to play. The field is below and he has to go down the flight of steps. So he stands at the first step up there with the ball and he has to now go down and reach the field to play with the ball. While he is standing, he has to catch the ball well. It may slip from his hand. He has to be very attentive. So suddenly he sees something or some sound comes. He tries to hear what is happening. He has lost his attention. What happens? His grip will be relaxed, the ball will fall down first on the first step, then second step, third step. Slowly it will bounce, 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 go to the field and go rolling somewhere. Lost. The ball is lost. Exactly like this happens to our mind. If we do not have the aim and hold on to it, something attractive or something, some short pleasure we have given our mind into, slowly you will find where we have gone we do not know. You will not get back the aim at all. That is what happens when we think we'll do meditation every day or we will read something every day at a proper time. Then what happens? Some disturbance comes, somebody has invited you somewhere or somebody has dropped in your house. So you think that today I will talk and chit chat, tomorrow I will meditate or day after I will meditate. That tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow something else will happen. You find that, oh, there is no vegetable or grocery. So tomorrow I have to go. So that day, next day, you go buying something. And there you spend lot of time which is unnecessary. So that day also gone. Third day another thing will happen. Like this, we are not able to stick to our practices. But you must have, steadfastly you must have a resolve that whatever happens this particular time, I will not move anywhere. I will be with myself alone, either meditating or reading or introspecting or writing something. If you do it, you will find it gives lot of pleasure. You may be feeling very frightened, I don't know. Are you frightened that what is Ma saying that we have to be very disciplined? If you do it, you will find the world will come to you with a new splendor. Very beautiful it will become. Because you are applying your mind to something. You are enjoying it. You are becoming restrained. When we just allow time to pass, I think all of us know, later we repent. See, the whole day just passed like that. But if we go by time, we feel we can do whatever we have thought we will do, we feel very fulfilled. So, some discipline and routine should be there. Now the question is, what did I say? In this sloka, what is being said? In this sloka it is said, Bahirmukham sannipate tatastataha. If the mind, you allow the mind to go outward, the mind will simply get lost like the ball of that small boy who was wanting to go with the ball and play in the field. Now the world is such, and we are staying in this world in such a manner that there are so many attractions and distractions. The mind, even if you do not want, it is taken to various objects. So it is very, very difficult actually. The senses will always go here and there and tell you that, see, this is very good, enjoy this. What are you trying to do? You enjoy this, immediately you will get pressure. The senses are constantly telling us. Then how to restrict them? It says, Bahyānusandhihi Parivardhayet phalam Durvasanameva Tatasthatodhikam Jnatva vivekaihi Parihritya bāhyam Svatmanusandhim Vidadhita nityam Bāhyānusandhihi Parivardhayet phalam Durvasanameva Tatasthatodhikam ज्ञात्वा विवेकैः परिहृत्य बाह्यम् स्वात्मानुसन्धिम् विदधीत नित्यम्. This says Bahya Anusandhihi. That is the finding these worldly objects or outside objects to be very dear, having lot of love for all outside objects. What happens? It initially gives, if you get them, whatever you wished for, you get them, you feel very happy. But ultimately, when it becomes old or if something associated with it becomes difficult, then you get sorrow. That is, all outside objects, though it gives short-lived pleasure, though it gives pleasure in the beginning, the pleasure is short-lived. And it brings about more and more desire to have more and more other things. What are the other things? Away from the self, not the self. The self, knowing the self, trying to get it, would give us supreme bliss, ceaseless bliss. We know that. But still, these outside objects, we get attracted to them and we feel that this will give us happiness. It is giving us happiness also. So once one item is acquired or possessed, we want other and other and other. So what happens? We keep on getting dukkha at the end from every object. So what we should do? From all these slokas we are saying that lakshya has to be seen and aim has to be preserved. So what we have to do? Here it is said, the third line, jnatva vivekaihi parihritya bahyam. By viveka, what did we see? We have to constantly discriminate. What is conducive to our sadhana? What is conducive to our pursuit of self-realization? We should do that. So constantly the viveka should be brought that what I am doing or what I am trying to enjoy, is it perishable compared to what is perishable? I am giving so much time for certain things. See, certain things you have to do. Don't think that you are being told that your duties and responsibilities you should not. We are talking about that we are constantly wasting time being possessive, being clinging and attracted to many things, which if we try to look into it, we'll find that we have enough time to pursue our path. That you have to, by constant introspection, you have to find out how you can keep away from such attractions and keep them aside. And if you do so, parihritya bahyam, if you abandon those items or objects, swatmanusandhim vidadhita nityam, always you should do what? So constantly by viveka, by introspection, you should find out what is truth or what is untruth, what is short-lived pleasure and what is permanent pleasure, and by that discrimination, how will you be benefited? How will you do the discrimination? Constantly try to think about the self. Swatmanusandhim. So, on and off, on and off, on and off, think about the self and its characteristics. You understand? That self is like this. I am really like this. So why should I be attracted by the other objects which are perishable and which give me only short-lived pleasure? So you have to think about the self. Think about the characteristics of the self. I will read out one. This is not from Vivekachudamani but from Shankaracharya. He has written so many things, about the self. Beautifully on Brahman. Asangoham, asangoham, asangoham punah punah satchidanandarupoham ahamevaham avyayah nityashuddha vimuktoham निराकारोऽहमव्ययः भूमानन्दस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः नित्योऽहं निरवध्योऽहं निराकारोऽहमच्युतः परमानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः शुद्धचैतन्यरूपोऽहम् आत्मा रामोऽहमेव च अखण्डानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः. See, if you make a habit of chanting like this or listening like this, your mind will be in the self, what it is saying. Asangoham, asangoham, asangoham punah punah. In Vivekachudamani also similar slokas are there, lots of them. Asangoham, I am unattached. I suffer from attachment and I suffer. I understand that my son or daughter, they get irritated with me because I behave with them with attachment. I am always nagging them. Or maybe any other incident. I am attached, I am attached. And this shloka says, basically in your true identity you are unattached. So be established there. Be established there. You are unattached. Asangoham, asangoham, asangoham punah punah. Satchidanandarupoham ahamevaham avyayah. And I am the Satchidananda. I am the pure consciousness. I am pure bliss. That is I am. If that is I am, how can I become sorrowful? How can I become? Aham evaham avyayah. I am avyayah. There is no change in me. If this is my nature, I am Paramananda Rupa, Satchidananda Rupa. I have no attachment. Then when anything happens, that what? The deflection or the sorrow that comes to me, it is of the mind and non-mind, not mine. It is only of the mind. You can go into yourself. If you practice meditation, you will be very easily, you can go into yourself and touch that core where you are unshakable. Nothing will happen. Things will be happening outside, but you will not be shaken. This is what the Guru is saying, that you must attain, you must achieve. Please come with me, hold my hand. And these are the efforts that one must do. Sing these. So what will happen? Even if senses take you to various objects, you will find nothing in that, not interesting. Your mind will be only wanting to understand what this is, or listen to these. You may not be able to sing, then listen. You know that Atma Sudha that is being played. Myself and Uttan Swamiji, we have chanted many shlokas from Vivekachudamani and many other Shankaracharya's kritis, his compositions. Sing that, listen to that. Now I find that when I am singing Swamin Namaste, at the end and the last line, many are coming and joining me. Why? You must be hearing it. You must be hearing it and it is in your mind. So when it is being chanted here, I am chanting, you are also singing. How beautiful it is. Very, very beautiful. Nitya Shuddha Vimuktoham Nirakaroham Avyayah. I am Nitya Shuddha. I am always pure, ever pure. There is no taint in me. Vimuktoham. I am free, ever free. Nirakaroham Avyayah. I am having no akara. I am formless. I feel that I am this body and he is this body or she is that body. Actually, everything is same. When we do interaction, we have to interact differently. But the soul is same everywhere. Nirakaro bhumanandaswarupoham ahamevaham avyayah. Bhuma means expanse, greatness, huge, Mahan. Our Swamiji's name is Bhumananda. His Guru has given the name. Nalpe sukhamasti. Yo vai bhuma tat sukham. The Upanishads say, Alpam is little, small. Whatever is constricted and small, in that there is no happiness. Bhuma eva sukham. Whatever is expanse, in that only is sukha. Bhumananda swarupoham. Swarupam is my real identity. So my real identity is Bhumananda. It is expanse and expanse. Ahamevaham avyayah. I am not having any change in me. No decay is there in me. Nityoham niravadyoham nirakaroham achyutah paramanandarupoham ahamevaham avyayah. I am Nitya, I am eternal. I am Niravadya, I am excellent. Nirakaraha, I am having no akara, no form. Achyutaha. Krishna's name is Achyuta, no? What is the meaning of Achyuta? Achyuta means one which does not have any deflection, which is always the same. Chuti means deflection. Achyuta means no deflection. That is why God and self is one, because the characteristics are one. Paramananda rupoham ahamevaham avyayah. I am supreme bliss. Shuddha chaitanya rupoham. I am pure consciousness. Shuddha chaitanya rupoham atma ramoham evacha. And I rejoice in my own self. Akhandananda rupoham ahamevaham avyayah. I am not divided. I have no division. I am that kind of bliss I am. So, he says like this. See, in Vivekachudamani, these are the slokas. Sir, you can write 515, 516 and around that many slokas. Nishkriyosmi avikarosmi nishkalosmi nirakritihi nirvikalposmi nityosmi niralambosmi nirdvayaha sarvatmakoham sarvoham sarvatitoham advayah kevalakhandabodhoham anandoham nirantarah anandoham nirantarah anandoham nirantarah. What is anandoham? I am Ananda. Nirantarah means ceaselessly I am Ananda. Ceaselessly. That is what we want to be. And the Guru has taken the Shishya along the path and told him all these things. After that, the Shishya is saying like this, Initially what the Guru said? Dhanyosi kritakrityosi pavitam te kulam tvaya. You are dhanya, you are blessed, and you have attained. You are going to attain. And you have purified your whole lineage by asking this question. That what is bondage? How can I become free? And what is Atma, Anatma and Paramatma? Your question is so beautiful. He says, you are dhanya. After all the teachings that the Guru gives, the Shishya says, Dhanyosmi, Kritakrityosmi, I am dhanya. Guru was saying you are dhanya, but now he feels that I am blessed. He says, Dhanyosmi, Kritakrityosmi, and then he says this, I am feeling like this now. I can understand that I am without any activity. Nishkriyosmi avikarosmi nishkalosmi nirakritihi. I am understanding that I am without any activity. I am changeless. I am without any part. I am formless. I am absolute. I am eternal. Without any support and without a second. I am that. I have understood that. सर्वात्मकोऽहं सर्वोऽहं सर्वातीतोऽहमद्वयः केवलाखण्डबोधोऽहम् आनन्दोऽहं निरन्तरः आनन्दोऽहं निरन्तरः आनन्दोऽहं निरन्तरः आनन्दोऽहं निरन्तरः आनन्दोऽहं निरन्तरः. Should we not spend our time like this? Should we not? You chant, see what feelings and experiences you get. We do not do. In spite of knowing, we do not do. And this has to be done alone, individually. Not together with the husband, not together with the wife, not together with friends or co-disciples. Alone. Then only the self will reveal. The self will reveal and you will be able to understand that you are the self. What it is. It's beautiful. I knew nothing. Even now I don't say I know anything. I knew nothing about this. When I first came to some Baba, started writing him a letter. Then when Baba was in his last days, he handed me over to Swamiji. I started writing to him because whatever I felt, whenever I felt, whatever was the spiritual practices that I was doing, it was becoming mechanical, it was not giving me any more joy, I would write to him. What further? I am not finding joy in doing my practices. What is to be done now? And he would write. How many times I have read those letters? Each and every word, and every time I read, I found it is giving me a new meaning, new light, new enthusiasm to pursue. I think I was devoted to God, devoted to the Guru, and I would be very happy chanting the slokas on devotion. And then slowly came to know the slokas about Brahman and self. And when I would chant any of them, I used to get a lot of joy. One day, in the puja shrine that I had, Baba's photo and Swamiji's photo, there was a Shivalinga. That day was a puja day and some puja. I thought, today I will make some nivedyam and offer to God. So I prepared some puri and halwa. Though I have never done it, but I don't know why that day I felt like that, to offer. With my own hands I made puri and halwa, kept it, and sitting at the puja shrine I used to chant slokas. I had collected many books. See, these are also, I won't say disciplines, but if you are a seeker, you will feel that to become more and more deep in your pursuit, you will try to do more of sadhana, like this chanting of slokas. When Swamiji asked me to do, I started going to the shops and finding out what are the books I can have, so that I can get to know more and more shlokas. With meanings, of course. As I told you, I also did not know much of Sanskrit, but it gave me a lot of joy. So the one part was to find out new shloka, and while chanting, to identify myself with the words. If somebody has written this, it is his emotion. A seer's emotion is this. All the shlokas that we find in our devotional text or other texts, it is all their emotion. If that person has written like this, I should be identified with that emotion to go to that state. So the chanting would be like that. So one day, that day, I read a shloka. I just want to say this, and then I'll stop. It is called Atma Puja. Atma Puja. It is by Shankaracharya. It says, I was struck by these slokas. Purnasya kutra sarvadharasya chasanam swachhasya padyamarghyam cha shuddhasya cha manam kutaha nirmalasya kutasnanam vasram vishwodarasya cha niralambasyopavitam pushpam nirvasanasya cha निर्लेपस्य कुतो गन्धो रम्यस्याभरणं कुतः नित्यतृप्तस्य नैवेद्यं ताम्बूलं च कुतो विभोः. When we do puja, lot of things are there. The priest will say, take so many things and worship the deity. It is Atma Puja. So the devotee or the seeker is saying that you are Purna. You are everywhere, all pervading. If you are Purna, in any puja we have to call the deity to come to the Murti. So if you are Purna, how can we call you? You are everywhere. Whom to call? Sarvadharasya chasanam. You are the basis of everything. So how can I give you a seat to sit? Swachhasya padyamarghyam cha. You are so pure. How can I wash your feet? What is the use of washing the feet? Nirmalasya kutasnanam. All deities given abhisheka. But the speaker is saying you are so pure, you are nirmala. So why should I give you snana? Is there any meaning in giving snana? Vastram vishwodarasya cha. And you have everything. What can I offer you? Everything is yours. Nirlepasya kuto gandho. You are untainted. So, what can I give you as incense stick or karpuram? Ramyasya bharanam kutaha. We put so many flowers and decorate the deity. You are ever beautiful. So how can I decorate you? Nitya triptasya naivedyam. When I read this word, Nitya triptasya naivedyam. You who are ever contented, how can I give you some offering of food? You are already contented. And at that day, I had made some puri and halwa. So he suddenly thought, what is this? This puja that we do for deities, it is actually ourselves. It is me. This is the Atma. There is nothing to be given. It is I who am one with the second. So everywhere it is the same. Pradakshina hyanantasya hyadvayasya kuto natihi. Because you are ananta, you are unlimited. There is no meaning in going around you. We can do pradakshina of something which is limited. You are unlimited. What pradakshinam can we do? And how can we do pranam to you? Swayam prakashamanasya kutah kuto nirajanam vibhoho. And you are Swayam Prakasha. You have your own brilliance to light everything, illumine everything. So what is the use of doing arati for you, showing lamp to you? Actually, we are such. But still, in our loka vyavahara, that is in our interaction, we go to the temple. Till we have reached that state, we have to do all these things. But we are that, and that. The self, which is always there, the eternal. So, to reach there, the disciplines we have been talking, about and discussing about in Vivekachudamani, slowly, if you, I have just told you the initial part and the little bit of the last part. If it happens that I take Vivekachudamani again, we can slowly go through and read the other verses. And you know, another thing, why we fall down? Because our intensity falls down because of anusandhana rahityam. We do not question ourselves. We become complacent that what I am getting and what I am doing is absolutely fine. That is the state. And alasyam, laziness. We don't make effort because of laziness. So we have to, as disciplines, we have to get rid of this. We have to be very sincere and serious. Keep the blessedness feeling always in the mind and feel grateful and feel that every day question yourself, have I increased, have I gone further ahead in my love for knowing the self, or I am still attached? Has my attachment decreased or not? This questioning and analyzing oneself, taking stock of oneself. Am I complacent? All that has to be seen. Am I lazy? So these are the disciplines. So I'll chant those slokas again and we'll stop. Asangoham, asangoham, asangoham punah punah Satchidanandarupoham ahamevaham avyayah Nityashuddha vimuktoham Nirakaroham avyayah Bhumanandaswarupoham ahamevaham avyayah Nishkriyosmi avikarosmi Nishkalosmi nirakritihi Nirvikalposmi nityosmi Niralambosi nirdvayah Sarvatmakoham sarvoham Sarvatitoham advayah Kevalakhandabodhoham Anandoham nirantarah Anandoham nirantarah Anandoham nirantarah Anandoham nirantarah. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru.